To news now, this is video of the aftermath of last night's medical transport plane crash in Philadelphia. It's the second devastating plane crash this week. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the latest on both crashes.
Just days after a commercial jet collided with a military helicopter in Washington, D.C., aviation officials are now looking into another crash that took place Friday evening in Philadelphia. A small jet carrying 6 people plunged from the sky shortly after takeoff, crashing into the ground.
Basically, it hit right over there, and it was just horrific.
The Learjet 55 was operated as an air ambulance.
We do want to note that several dwellings and vehicles were impacted. So what are we asking you to do for us right now, Philadelphia? We're urging you to please stay away from the scene.
The company Jet Rescue wrote in a statement that 4 crew members were on board, plus a pediatric patient and their escort. The jet was on its way to Springfield, Missouri, but crashed shortly after departing Northeast Philadelphia Airport. This comes as crews in the icy waters of the Potomac River continue to work on retrieving large pieces of debris and anyone who may have been trapped inside it after Wednesday's tragic D.C. plane crash where 67 people lost their lives. The data recorders are expected to reveal exactly where each aircraft was. Preliminary data shows the Black Hawk was flying at 350 feet above the 200-foot limit in that airspace. The FAA has now restricted low-altitude helicopters from flying over the Potomac near Reagan National Airport, while the NTSB gathers and processes evidence to eventually determine exactly what happened.
We'll have tens of thousands of pages of material, hundreds of exhibits. We're surging so many different resources, but we can't speculate until we know how it all fits into a really big, complex puzzle. And part of that's on the bottom of the Potomac right now.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, Louisville Congressman Morgan McGarvey is attacking President Trump for suggesting hiring policies focused on DEI may have played a role in Wednesday night's crash. McGarvey responded, saying, "True leaders bring us together, not divide us."
Instead, we have a president who immediately sought to use this for political gain, to divide us, to spew out baseless theories on flawed premises that somehow having a broader applicant pool lowers the quality of people doing jobs, and then even refused to go 5 miles from where he lives and comfort the families at the site of the tragedy.
A former FAA official also disputing Trump's claim, saying DEI and similar programs do not apply to the hiring of air traffic controllers. Those standards include passing a medical exam, aptitude test, and psych evaluation, which is more stringent than what's required of a pilot. A man is dead and another is injured after a shooting in Jackson County, Indiana. The sheriff's office says Robert Fox and Larry Fox were standing together when they were hit by gunfire around 9 Thursday night. Police say Larry Fox died at the scene. Robert Fox sustained an injury to his arm. It is unclear right now what led to the shooting. The sheriff's office is asking anyone who heard or saw anything to contact police at the number on your screen. After years of waiting, a Kentucky family believed they finally got justice this week when 2 people were sentenced in connection to their son's 2021 murder. But just a day after Wednesday's sentencing, one of those people was set free. WHAS11's Jose Alonso spoke with the victim's mother, who says there is a flaw in the judicial system.
I'm going to sentence you on count 1 criminal facilitation to murder, 5 years, criminal facilitation to robbery 1, 5 years, tampering with physical evidence, 5 years.
Dakeisha West receiving her sentence after pleading guilty to multiple felony charges in connection to the murder of 27-year-old Kyle Elzy in August 2021.
He went to the car wash at the Triple Crown Car Wash in Linden when Mr. Thompson walked up on his blind side and shot him execution style in the head twice and then stood over and shot him in the chest.
Kevin Thompson was sentenced to 36 years in prison for killing Elzy. Meanwhile, West, an accomplice, was set to serve 5 years altogether. But the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office says since West was under the home incarceration program since 2021, the Metro Jail followed procedure, crediting those days as time served, which made her eligible for release. I reached out to the Office of the Commonwealth's Attorney in regard to Wes's release. In a statement, they say, quote, "Since the change in law in 2012, defendants are entitled to custody credit for the time they spend on pretrial home incarceration. Our office has no control over custody calculations. Kentucky law places the responsibility of making the credit calculation on the Department of Corrections."
I've learned since my son's murder also that there are a lot of murderers that are on HIP, which is also house arrest. So we need to reach out to our legislators and get that bill established.
Deborah told me she's optimistic about bringing change to Frankfort. That way no other family within the state of Kentucky has to go through the pain they currently are enduring. Reporting at the state capitol, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 on your side.
According to Ms. LZ, she received a message from the judge's assistant saying they plan to hold a hearing in court on Wednesday related to this.